Welcome to LobbyComply Pod from State and Federal Communications, your source for lobbying, compliance, ethics, campaign finance, and election news from across the country.
Hi, I'm Nola Werren, Assistant Director of Compliance Services here at State and Federal Communications, and I'm here today to talk about employee personal political contributions. A question that is frequently asked by employees is whether their employer can require its employees to seek pre-approval or pre-clearance before making a political contribution using their own funds. Many employees question this policy and whether their employer can legally do this. The short answer is yes. An employer may require an employee to seek pre-approval before the employee uses his or her personal funds to make a political contribution. Not only can an employer require this, but it is also smart business to do so. In some instances, employers may even require pre-approval for family members of its employees. This pre-approval requirement has evolved as a result of the increased number of jurisdictions at both the state and local level enacting so-called pay-to-play laws. Pay-to-play refers to the practice of awarding contracts to businesses that make political contributions to public officials who are in a position to award such contracts. Those businesses having or seeking contracts with state or local jurisdictions pay by making the political contributions in order to play or obtain government contracts. The ultimate goal of pay-to-play regulations is to prevent corruption in the awarding of public contracts. So what these pay-to-play laws do is prohibit not only the company that seeks or holds a state contract from making certain political contributions, but the law also extends to a certain class of employees. In a majority of jurisdictions, employees covered by the pay-to-play laws include the company's officers, directors, partners, senior management, and possibly their spouses and dependent children. For instance, in Pennsylvania and Kentucky, all employees are covered in the instance of a no-bid contract. By requiring pre-approval, an employer can properly vet the contribution for compliance with the jurisdiction's pay-to-play law, including disclosure requirements. Consequences for violating pay-to-play laws can be severe. Damage to the company's reputation is virtually guaranteed when a violation occurs. In addition, penalties may include monetary fines, voiding of contracts with the state or municipality, debarment from future business, and criminal sanctions when repeated or knowing violations occur. Employers have a legitimate business interest in requiring the pre-approval of its employees' personal political contributions. A seemingly innocuous contribution by an employee could result in the loss of government contracts, fines, and a ban on future contracting. For instance, in Connecticut, the wife of a partner at a law firm violated the state's pay-to-play law when she made personal political contributions to 3 party committees for only $100 each. Her husband's law firm had 2 state contracts. Because the husband owned more than 5% interest in his law firm, he met the definition of, quote, principal of a state contractor, close quotes, so the Connecticut pay-to-play law applied to his wife. In Pennsylvania, the state revoked an $8.6 million award given to a global information technology company for a Pennsylvania Department of Transportation contract when the vice president of the company was found to have made political contributions to influential state senators. And in Philadelphia, a business consultant was sentenced to 14 months in prison and fined $25,000 for his role in funneling political contributions to the mayor from an advertising company seeking additional contracts with the Philadelphia International Airport. It's important that an employer let employees know the company is not prying into their personal spending habits, and requiring permission is not an attempt to invade their privacy. The message must be conveyed that the company has legitimate business reasons for requiring pre-approval. Such reasons include maintaining the company's ability to effectively conduct business with states and municipalities, ensuring the conduct of the company's employees does not jeopardize the company's reputation, and shielding the company's employees and their family members from personal liability. Requiring pre-clearance of employee personal political contributions is certainly more preferable than imposing a total ban on employee contributions, which could result in a violation of applicable labor laws. Various jurisdictions bar employers from retaliating against employees for engaging in political activities, which can include everything from participating in a political rally to making campaign contributions. Even though an employer can require pre-approval, an employer cannot directly or indirectly affect an individual's employment by means of discrimination or threat of discrimination based on the individual's personal political contributions. Although at first blush it may appear quite intrusive to allow an employer to seek pre-approval from an employee when all that employee is doing is using his or her own personal funds, the same checkbook they use when they write their electric bill, to make a personal political contribution. But as we've seen, not only is an employer allowed, but it also maintains good business practices, and in the end, it protects both the employer and employee from any unintended consequences.
Thanks for listening to LobbyComply Pod from State and Federal Communications. For more news, visit LobbyComply.com. To learn more about how we can guide you along the road to compliance, visit stateandfed.com. LobbyComply Pod is produced by Peter Kiras, Joe May, and John Spontarelli.